everyone, my name is Emily. I'm from Lollipop Cake Supplies and I just want to run through Piping Bag 101 with you all. So we have a few different types of piping bags. We've got a tipless piping bag here. These ones are great for royal icing, not so great for buttercream as they're not that strong on the sides and sometimes they can split. We've got the disposable plastic piping bags as well. These ones are a lot stronger. They come in a variety of different sizes and they're perfect for buttercream, pastry cream, kind of everything for those. We also have the cotton reusable piping bags. These are great for anything pastry related. Reusing them is great. You can just fold them inside out, wash them out, and they're good. If you are new to the cake decorating world and you've never handled a piping bag before, I'm just going to give you a quick little rundown on how to load a piping tip into your piping bag. There's a few different ways to do this and a few different methods, but I'm just going to show you the easiest one today. So you're going to pop your piping tip down to the bottom of your piping bag. You'll see that it can't go down any further. You really don't want to force this down because you do need to push it back up. Take the top, pinch your piping tip down, and you're just going to snip the tip of that piping bag off and your piping tip will come up right through. You don't want to cut your plastic down too far because as soon as you apply pressure onto your piping bag, this piping tip is going flying. We don't want that. So as long as those little teeth or any opening of your piping tip is clear, you're set to go. So we've just run over how to pop a piping tip in a piping bag. If you are doing two different piping tips but with the same color, so you're doing leaves and vines maybe, you could use a little coupler. This is great if you're wanting to interchange the tips but using the same color. So same deal with loading this one. You're going to pop that down to the end, just as far as it can go, no need to force it. Push it back. You're going to cut the tip of the piping bag off. We've exposed the opening. Then you can pop a tip on and screw that coupler head on. That way I can swap out, if I wanted to do some vines, I can swap it straight out for some leaves as well. Jumping to the reusable piping bags. These are just a cotton piping bag lined with a bit of plastic on the inside, great for cleaning, easy. These are really good for anything pastry related. I've got a couple of pastry tips here. They are plastic. They just go inside the bag and then you just trim to where you need the piping bag to come out, sort of like the plastic ones here. These are a great tool to have in the kitchen. These are really easy to use as well. So with our tipless piping bags, these are great for royal icing. You can just snip the tip straight off and use it as is, or you can add a piping tip in as well. Depending on the consistency of your royal icing will depend if you need a tip or not. A few little bonus items to help your buttercream or piping bag journey along the way would be a piping bag stand. This makes handling a piping bag so much easier. You don't need to juggle a bowl, a spatula, a bag. All you do is set up your stand. It just comes in two pieces. It also holds up to 8 piping tips. You grab your bag, pop it in, fold it over. You load up all of that buttercream that you're wanting. Once you take it off, same thing in reverse. You'll have all of your buttercream in the bag, no mess, no hassle. Getting a loyal easy tie will also make this a lot easier. All you do is wrap the band around your piping bag and that holds everything in there, so when you go to pipe, your buttercream's not going to come out the top and make a mess in your kitchen. These are some really great tools to have and I would definitely recommend grabbing a pair.